and the dignity
right.
of being a king.
So that is, I don't know where you got the question from, but this is how culturally life has been. If you came to the palace, you stood there. Most people don't come to where the king even is.
Wow.
I was in Canada recently.
Yes.
You see a picture that I took with a muffle from so.
That's true.
They are bending down. They don't even stand up.
Wow.
They are bending.
That depicts they respect that soul.
Yes.
That
is the way it is. But in our own place, everything seems to have been watered down so much because everybody has become a Fua.
Oh,
so to speak.
That's a big. We have to really go back to our culture and respect it because it is who we are.
A friend of mine once said, "Well, when you said the Fua had declined, you had not even seen anything.
Okay,
it's getting worse by the day."
I see.
And, so.
So, what advice do you have for the young people who are listening to us?
Well, that they learn.
Okay, culture.
They are lucky to sit in an interview like this.
Yeah.
That they learn, and that they need to know that in the palace or culture is generally handed down very informally.
That's true.
Through occasions like this, or someone asking questions and getting answers. And let them also be curious.
Wow.
Let them learn to ask.
Okay. To know.
And to follow and be. There was a prince, there was something happening here, and I told the prince that he was going to carry this spear. This is a very special spear in this palace.
Okay.
This is what I used to start major events.
Wow.
And on that day, he didn't even show up.
Oh.
So he doesn't know what he was missing.
Exactly.
So maybe the young people need to have their own curiosity and to be a little more, learning comes from motivation.
It is.
Yeah,
you must be motivated.
I would think that individual young people should be motivated to learn about their cultures, even though for some of them who are abroad, they don't have the opportunities to learn a lot, but
they can read. And
they can still read. They can as long as they have interest.
Wow.
I think they will do well. Yes.
His Imperial Majesty, you have distinguished yourself not only as a traditional ruler but an academician of high repute.
Thank you.
And education is part of the legacy you want to leave behind.
Yes.
Why do you think education is primordial?
It's primordial because learning stays with the individual. Learning is not something you can hand to a child. I'm not going to hand my degrees to a young man like that. But what he learns is what he gets. My late father, the one on whose place I'm occupying, who said, in dying, he said, I am a tiger. On dying, I'm going to leave a tiger on the throne.
Wow.
He didn't invest in cocoa farms and coffee plantations like the rest of our people. He invested in us.
Wow.
I'm excelling, like you say, all across the world because of the knowledge I have. So that's why I think for all the children God has blessed me with, I will do the best I can to educate them to as far as they are willing to go.
And you are doing it already. I'm so impressed by your children now, all specialists in engineer, in healthcare, medical.
In law.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, everything. So I must be very thankful to God, particularly for where we live.
Yes,
I'm thankful to God who led us to where we live, where the kids have excelled and continue to excel. I think God has been very kind.
He has been. You've attended the highest height in academia and in tradition. So what else do you need, His Royal Highness?
all I did is just to tell God.
Majesty.
All I did is just to say thank you to God for blessing me abundantly.
And you're doing it through all the projects we have just spoken about, and it's quite impressive. I'm really grateful for all you do.
Thank you.
And dear viewers, if you are touched by this interview, I know I have many friends over there in Mexico, in Germany, all the countries I've been to, in Italy. You can support the projects of the Atoabechied Kingdom, which I'm going to actually write a very special article about this interview, and I'm going to put in the website of that of the kingdom. It's one of the kingdoms that has distinguished itself with the website. You can imagine, if you go there, you're going to read the literature, you're going to learn a lot about culture. I was going through it today, and I just couldn't leave the place. I said, wow, this is impressive. So dear viewers, don't forget, be passionate about culture. Go to that website, which I'm going to post, because most of you follow me on social media. And please, if you are touched to support, don't stop to support education for the future of the children. His Imperial Majesty, I would like you to bless us, because you have a lot of powers. I know you do, and I know ancestral powers. Bless. Yes, bless us with your,
yes.
With your Fufu. I know you. I believe a lot in. We came from a culture, and the problem the missionaries did when they came and they wanted to destroy culture. No. Pope John Paul II came in and talked of inculturation.
Yes.
And that's why.
You remember when we talked? I told you that every culture has a reason for doing what it does.
Exactly.
I don't criticize anybody's culture.
Yes,
but I try to uphold mine.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring you fufu. It's a substance that was handed down for leadership.
Oh.
Yes. So this brings harmony and peace and love and sound sleep.
You've always been a promoter of peace.
Yes.
Through your studies, academic studies, and you're up to the task.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you, sir.
Really proud of you. So dear viewers, we have here something very special that His Imperial Majesty is going to.
This cup was handed to me.
Yes, sir.
And all the rulers of this kingdom have used this cup. And so it keeps being handed down. I will hand it over too. Okay. And it contains this powder.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to eat a little bit of it and invite you.
Oh, thank you.
Invite you to, take it and eat it. And every other person. And then, can you come a little nearer? Yeah.
No, my father used to do this to me before I went to school.
Yeah, you're asking for a blessing.
Exactly.
This is a blessing from the palace.
Wow, thank you.
Yes.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you for asking for it.
Obviously, because I can't forget.
I might not have remembered.
My father always did this before we went to school. Before we went to travel.
In a culture, every family head has it.
I see.
Yes. When your father dies, he will hand his own cup to his next of kin.
Wow.
Yes.
And I'm so impressed to know that my father was named after your father.
Yes.
Can you imagine that?
He was. Your name,
yes,
is my father's name. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he was named after my father.
Dear viewers, it was an honor to be with His Imperial Majesty Fuankem Achankeng I. He is the Anyatema of Atoabechied.
Yes.
And full professor and ruler of the Atoabechied Kingdom.
Yes.
So
thank you.
It has been an honor to be with him. I have learned a lot, and I know that you have learned a lot, especially his willingness to collaborate with Bishop Foju, Jerome Foju, the new bishop of the first African native bishop from Cameroon in the United States of America. So thank you for listening, and please keep in touch. And His Imperial Majesty has blessed us already.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you.